Welcome to yet another fabulous episode of The Serial Designer. And I am architect Devanshi Choksi, your host. And today I'm going to discuss a very sensitive topic. And this has been demanded by a lot of my students. I have got like messages asking me to do a video on this. So yeah, here we go. How to choose a design thesis of your own. So basically, design thesis is there in an interior course as well as an architecture course, even for other various design fields जैसे graphic design हो गया या फिर product design हो गया, furniture design हो गया. So at the end of your semester, you have to select a topic of your own, do research on your own, and go ahead designing the same. So the idea is to select a topic, but this is very confusing because there are n number of topics. Your seniors have taken so many topics, and your mentors will guide you on various kinds of topics. And your friends around you have selected all amazing topics, but you as a person do not know what to select. So you don't mind doing the design, but the problem is the selection of the topic. So I think I'm going to help you with that today. You should have subscribed to my channel by now, and fill my comment section up with your valuable inputs. Also, make sure you press the bell icon for the latest updates. Welcome to the Serial Designer. Your design thesis has to be something which is very close to your heart. This is what I believe. So the first way that you can select is the idea of interest. So basically, what are your hobbies? What is your interest? So say for example, you're a gym freak. Say for example, you're a foodie. Say for example, you love visiting temples and you love looking at temples. Say for example, you love traveling. So your thesis can be very close to your hobby or your interest. Now, why is that? Thesis is something which will remain with you for an entire year. Basically, you need to research it as well as live with it for an entire year and make it reach to its final design stage. So it has to be something you're already passionate about. It has to be something you're already interested in. You have to select something that probably inspires you. Say, for example, you're a foodie. Say, for example, you're a gym freak. Now, you can sort of combine the two and make a gym or a wellness center which combines the idea of food and nutrition as well as the idea of fitness. Say for example, you love your heritage and you love the idea of temples, you love visiting temples, so you can make probably a fusion of your heritage as well as your native place, and you can probably do a thesis on an intervention to these heritage spaces or an intervention to these temples or do a restoration project in general. You can also go for a combination of adaptive reuse and conservation of such buildings that have been dilapidated or some places which have been neglected. So your topic can be around the revival of the old or the revival of history. Say for example, you want something to be updated. Say for example, you want something to sort of change in the government sector, so you can always redesign a school, a government school, or a government office. Say for example, you love visiting cafes and restaurants or clubs or resto bars, and if you have always been to one, you should definitely go and redesign some of that. The idea is to make sure that your design revolves around you and your design revolves around your passions, your interests, and your hobbies. It should be as relatable to you as a person as possible because that design thesis is your identity. Step number two, always stick to your strength. So during the 4 years or 3 years of your course, by the time your thesis comes, you've already realized that you are good at certain things. Say for example, somebody is good at journalism, somebody is good at writing, somebody is maybe good at model making, sketching, softwares, or representation. You have got your niche by now, so select a topic which requires that particular niche. Now if you are very good at hand detailing or hand renders, always select a topic which has intricate designs, intricate patterns. Say for example, temples or spas or wellness centers which need a little more intricate designs. For example, you're extremely great at representation, select a bungalow project so that you can definitely pitch it to your client later in your future. Your thesis has to be something which you can take along even further your years of graduation. You want to make that into a reality. If your forte is probably working drawing, construction drawings, or detailing, you can always pick up trans harbor projects, transportation related projects, bridges, public spaces, public interventions, If you're very good at furniture design and that's your niche, you can always go ahead and select outdoor furniture as your thesis. If you're very good at journalism, you can probably do a very beautiful research on, say, Kamatipura, or say, for example, some native place of yours. So you need to choose very appropriately and play to your strengths. Number three, your research. Always choose topics which are current. Why current? Because even ChatGPT can help you with that. You will get the most updated information, articles, blogs, and surveys related to that particular current topic. If you're extremely confused as to what to select, just remove a newspaper. You will get a lot of current topics which need intervention. Probably just go through a newspaper, blog, or article, and it will give you some of the other information which is very important. Say, for example, now elections are coming by. So you could probably make something or a booth or design. So nowadays AI has picked up, right? You can always design a virtual booth or a virtual reality booth, and this can become your intervention. Talking of current topics, we all know that the coastal road is going to come by. Now, have you thought about a booth design or a refreshment design center or some kind of a small food truck? This definitely can be your thesis, right? See, it's that simple. Example number two, we all know that the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya has been rebuilt. You can design a visitor center for it, you can design an information desk for it, or you can design a viewing gallery for it. Here it is. You have selected a current topic and you have nudged it. Number four, always select a problem. Now, you need to be able to solve a problem. If there is no problem, there is no need of a solution. Say transportation is a problem in Mumbai. Design something which will probably solve that issue. Green spaces are a problem in Mumbai. Design something which is very close to that. Select the pain points of people. Do random surveys which will help you decide on a topic. Always talk to the people nearby. Take surveys of your friends, family, and understand what are the problems and issues that people are facing in their daily life. You can always design something which is close to your vicinity and also has a problem which needs to be solved. Number five, please set up a realistic goal. Don't try and change something or intervene something which is very, very major. Understand you have other subjects as well and you have only 1 year to complete your thesis. If you select something which is extremely big in scope, say for example, you are selecting maybe a visitor center at Ram Mandir. Say for example, you are designing a visitor center along with an information desk, along with probably a viewing gallery. Three things combined in one will not do. Maybe design two or three things at once, because understand you have a time constraint. Don't overdo yourself. You should be able to go easy on yourself. Design smaller quantity, design in batches, but do not overestimate yourself and stick to the topic. Your thesis topic has to be loud and clear in your head. Do not get overwhelmed by the topic itself. Say someone wants to design a memorial along with an art gallery, along with an information center, along with a viewing gallery, along with a photograph gallery. Why would you design five things combined in one project? Select three or four according to your scope. You will be able to do perfect justice to those particular entities and those particular designs. Number six, talk to the people of what you are going to design for. Say, for example, you have shortlisted three topics: a pub, a government office, and a residential home. But have you been to a pub ever? Have you been to a resto bar? Have you been to a club? If you haven't been to a club, you don't know any people in your circle who have already visited a club and are frequent goers, how will you be able to design for them? You want to redesign a government office, but have you been to one? Do you know what a daily life in a government officer would be like? Say you're designing a bank. Have you ever been to a bank? Have you spoken to a person who is already an officer at a bank? What are his pain points? What are his issues? To understand deeply is research. You should be able to go visit it yourself, talk to the people in and around the area, and do a case study which has very, very honest opinions and conversations with you. Today's thesis demands a conversation. You should be able to go to these spaces, talk to the people, understand their pain points, and also design for them accordingly. Select a topic which is very, very reachable to you and whose information and people are very, very close to you. Number seven, be ready to commit. I know the era of situationships and Tinder is going on, but trust me, guys, you need to commit. Your first instinct is probably always the right one. Why? Because you have been a design student for a couple of years now. It's been 4 or 3 years you've been a design student. You already have those instincts in you. It's just that you should not be confused. You should not be wavering. You have come a long way. So trust your gut. Maybe your first thought has probably come while you're eating food. Always write, try, and jot it down. The best ideas often come when you're doing mundane tasks. Most of the time, as I've already mentioned, most of the times your first instinct is always the right instinct. Try and jot down a few points, Google there and there, try and make notes, and understand the topic in research. And quickly read a few blogs and articles related to your topic. Number 8, start early. Skill development is one thing which you will require all along your thesis. So, understand learning another presentation software. All these things will help you do a better thesis. Say, for example, you're not good at InDesign or Photoshop or any other representation software, you should be able to simultaneously brush up your skills. Talking to people will always build up an opinion for yourself. The more you talk about your thesis topic, try and talk to your friends and family as much as possible. Talking about the topic itself will give you a lot of potential to dig deeper into the topic itself. Sometimes even topic can give you a lot of ideas, churn your brains, and also do a very good brainstorming session. Gather 2 or 3 people in your group. Each of y'all should at least talk about the topic within yourselves. Sometimes someone else will give you a lot of good guidance. Sometimes someone else sees in you which you don't. Talking to 2 or 3 people will help you understand how these things are going to pick up, how to select a topic, and also help you get deeper into the topic itself. Sometimes thesis topic comes as a thought, but you don't know how to refine it. The more you talk about it, the more easy it is to grasp it. I have divided your topic selection in 8 steps. Try and understand where you want to fit. At least if you fit 4 or 5 criterias in these 8 criterias, your job is 60% done and your topic has been selected. Also, if you want to know more, follow me and also write your thoughts in the comment section.